Moon just confirmed he is hanging out.
Sweet.
Man, we all just be on the same time. Seriously? What's that?
Alright, I'm gonna go to Hootsuite and put it out to all the messages real quick.
What's Hootsuite?
Something that communicates with like all of our pages everywhere. I'm sorry for the repeats. But it's going out like that.
Fuck it, it's going out like that.
I'd rather be rice in there than fucking too much beans. I used to hate that.
Okay, here's the deal. Like, it used to be delicious, right? It used to have like all kinds of different shit. Now it's just fucking rice. Yeah, they're lucky to get guacamole in there now.
As long as it's not too much beans, I'm fine with it. Well, of course, I'm not gonna pay $4 for a 7-layer burrito. It's just not gonna happen.
I got plans to put my hands in places I've never seen, girl. You know what I mean. Let me see if I can cut your heads off. Oh, Jesus, too much. A little too much off the top there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see if I lean forward to the mic, it just gets to the top of my head.
Why don't you just sit where you're at? You don't have to lean forward anymore. Is your mic volume up?
Hopefully. Hello, test 1 2 3, test 1. Test.
Testing.
It's still low, that's all. Test
Testing.
1 2 3.
Test.
Testes.
Test.
Testicles 1 2 3.
Back away from him, talk.
Large testicles.
Testicles 1 2
Smelly
3.
testicles.
Right now.
Tasty testicles.
Testicles 1 2 3. Testicles 1 2 3.
Testicle.
See? So much better.
Hairy testicles. Bald
Sweaty
testicles,
balls.
Sweaty
Oh,
testicles.
peeked. I apologize.
Angry
So 3
testicles.
fingers. Right here. 3 fingers. Testicles. I guess that's about as smooth as it's going to be anyways. That's cool. I can talk a little bit louder. And whoever our viewer is, I apologize for all the testicles.
Testicles.
Moon wants to know where the fuck Logic Slayer is.
He's coming. Do it. I don't have Drive pulled up. I need to get that pulled up. Slightly important.
Well, you weren't kidding in these stories.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding at all. Will, do you have a Twitter at all?
Yes, I do.
Do you actually tweet?
Who
tweets anymore, really? I do, actually. But
I should tweet more because I really shouldn't have, actually.
You shouldn't?
Yeah, I really shouldn't.
You're late. I hope you have a letter from your mom. Ouch.
Come on, I'm ashamed of you.
What?
Oh, translating for me. Gotcha. Oh, let's rub it in. In this very complex. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Oh, Jesus, you bastard.
I typed it before you even mentioned it. I thought you were reading what I was saying.
No.
No, she didn't die in Japan. She died in the, what do you call it?
She was brain dead here.
I felt bad that day that I didn't call the ambulance.
The wambulance?
I just heard the alarm going off and I was like, Cindy?
Mom? Lois?
I thought she was asleep.
Lois?
Lois?
All right, sorry. All right. This can go in that drawer. Let's use it. Hey, there's my G1. You finally put it up on eBay.
It's a classic, man.
It's a classic.
Classic car. Classic.
Oh, no, this was years ago. Years ago. How long ago was that? I don't even fucking remember. At least 3?
At least 3.
I gotta remember all the times they're like, we visited the grave. That's great.
Yeah, she's dead. She's gone.
Did you have fun talking to her ashes? Was it good for you?
I didn't really care. I mean, they moved like 7 states away. They all did.
Are you going to smoke and then we'll start, or?
Well, I figured we started like 20 minutes ago, and like, okay,
Well, we're
Well,
kind of gonna
hurry up and
start.
smoke. We'll get started. We don't need Will in here. It's cool. We only got 2 viewers anyways right now. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's more than we had last week. That's for sure. All right, let me get the this week's stories up real quick. Not PSG stuff, but OTR podcast. There we go. Episode 30. We're hitting the big 3-0. Our little baby's growing up. It seems like only yesterday.
Yeah, when did we get Will on these cigarettes?
He didn't like it, apparently. But he had one of those cheapo depot ones, I'm sure. It wasn't one of the baseball bat ones.
Baseball bat ones.
Yeah, the baseball bat ones. They're huge. You haven't seen them? Okay. They're huge vaporizers or some shit. I don't know. They literally call them bats, I think. This video does not exist. I trust this company. That's okay. I don't really need copywritten material playing, so I have to edit all that out. But anyways, we have 2 viewers. It's 9:15. We should probably get started. I apologize for the delay. I should probably get the banter guys stuff. I don't want to be horrible, but nobody else is really doing podcasting right now, so
Leo Laporte.
that's not what I meant. All right, so I have that pulled up. That's fine. Moonlit, you're on. Did you guys? What episode are you guys on? Are you guys on 10 now, or have you even done a podcast in a while? It's been a while.
I didn't even take it, Corey. How dare you?
Yeah, there you go.
Take it.
Is that Moons? Holy.
Sign it, you said? Why am I signed out?
I don't know.
Fuck you.
Was it Windows?
No.
IRC?
No.
Is that a fucking e-cig?
Yeah.
What the?
I told you those are the ones you need to try, not those shitty little.
Jeebus!
I'm a fake cigarette. Smoke me. I thought. Oh,
How much did it
jeez.
cost you, though? Seriously?
They're not that expensive, and I'd buy you one if you'd actually use it.
Is that the one you dropped in Broke Moon?
I just realized we have Moonlit on picture here, and I need to get rid of it here. There we go. Got rid of it. It's cool.
Fucking computer.
Vroom. All right, let's get this started. I need. We got the cams up. I'm not going to be looking at chat directly, so instant message me if you need me.
Yeah, sign back in the drive. Hold on.
Hello and welcome to the OTR podcast for June 3rd, 2013. I'm your host, James. With me, as always, is the lovely
Oh. William.
and the always ugly
Fuck you.
whore. Anyways, who are you? What's your name?
Corey.
Okay, just making sure.
What episode
After
is this, James?
30 episodes, people don't know?
This is episode 30 of the OTR podcast.
30. Suck that every other podcast on this network. Suck it.
Yeah,
Suck it.
The banter guys actually surpassed us. They're on 32, I think, or some shit.
How?
They started a long time ago.
How? Well, no, technically we have 31 because we have a special episode.
We got 31 technically.
Technically,
30 and a half.
They counted theirs.
30.5.
They counted theirs.
No, it was a full hour. So
They counted theirs as a half, and I counted ours as a half.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay.
So they are still ahead of us. Anyways, Will, what have you been playing this week?
Actually, I picked up Modern Warfare 3. I was playing online a little bit. The thing that sucks is that I figured a lot of people wouldn't have gone completely to Black Ops 2, but there's only like for the hardcore match, there's only like maybe 1,000 people playing it still.
What game?
I was going to ask
Modern
you,
Warfare 3.
Oh.
do you have any other Call of Duty games on there?
What do you mean?
On PC?
No, I don't have it. I play it on Xbox.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I wanted to play it on PC, but I don't
The
know which
cheapest I
one.
saw for they have sale right now, it's Call of Duty 4, which is $10.
4. Oh, Modern Warfare 1?
Yeah,
Okay.
$10.
$10? It's not horrible, but yeah.
Yeah.
For a game that old, it kind of sucks. I'm sure there's plenty of hackers on there now.
Still the best gaming though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Plus, I played Mass Effect 3, and I was playing Madden 2 because I got bored with playing some Madden.
Yeah, so I finished my Mass Effect 3 playthrough. I did not mind the ending. However, I did play through the last fucking half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it was, the last part of the game that they'll let you play after finishing it, just to get my alternative ending, and it was really not worth playing through another time to get that extra playthrough, or that extra ending, I should say.
It happens.
It was, maybe I didn't like it because I wasn't one of the people that were offended by the ending, apparently.
I wouldn't say offended.
I wouldn't say offended, but they hated it. I mean, they pretty much outright just said, fuck you, this ending sucks.
I kind of agreed with them.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it. What was your ending? Without spoiler alert, just an FYI. What was your ending? Oh, I forgot Will's on here.
We
I
can't do it right
apologize.
now. We'll do it after the podcast.
We'll do it after the show. I apologize. I forgot Will is one of the people who haven't played it. Anyways.
Great, now I can't listen to the podcast when done with this either.
No, we'll talk about
it.
it after.
Not
Not after.
it.
Yeah. It's cool. Well,
Okay.
Besides,
Corey,
we said spoiler alert for fucking like 3 times, so you could have just went da-da-da-da-da again while you're listening to the podcast. You narcissistic fuck.
Corey, what have you been playing? Anything?
Completing Sleeping Dogs, still playing that. Still trying to decide what I'm going to play after it. I'm about to finish that, I think. I'm pretty far along into it. I did kind of go on, I don't want to say an eBay binge. I just kind of picked up some games. So I got Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Afro Samurai, The Darkness, Far Cry 3, Wet, Dishonored,
Let's
and
just
Dragon
say
Age
he
2.
relapsed. He relapsed again.
I didn't relapse. Those were all pretty good prices.
And he was behind a dumpster bidding on games for some reason again.
I was. I just have eBay hooked into my arm.
I went on a eBay bid myself, but I'm actually more on the selling end.
I sold my first game ever, Tomb Raider. It was a legit copy, you son of a bitch.
It was a legit copy this time.
Where happened with the tracking number? I
I haven't gotten it back yet.
have to go fuck yourself.
Who? What?
The guy asking for the tracking number?
Oh, he got it today.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. Don't worry about the tracking number shit. Nobody pays for a fucking tracking number. You didn't, unless you specified it in your, what the fuck is it
Correspondence
called?
with him?
No.
Listing?
In the listing, thank you. Yeah. If you didn't mention it in the listing, the default is priority mail,
Something
Yeah,
like that.
2 day,
2-3 days.
whatever. I send first class mail. It's the same damn thing. That's just me though, but whatever. Got plenty of games up there on eBay if you want to look me up. Logic's there.
Nah, that shit got there fast. She's in Kansas, and we sent it on Saturday afternoon, and it got there today.
Yeah, that sounds
Well,
about
basically
right.
what it does is it goes to Tampa, and then Tampa takes a flight to probably Kentucky or probably Kentucky. They have a base there in Kentucky. This is right next to a UPS up there too.
Who wants to make a quick buck?
Why?
Because I need a drink.
You have a buck?
$1? I'll go
I have
right now.
I have $1. And now the podcast is at a standstill. I apologize for that. So, anyways, while they're getting me my drink for $1, I'll discuss what we're going over here. Actually, no, I'll just pimp out the other podcast. Head over to the newtech.tv and click on the the TNT Podcast Network. From there, you'll be able to see the Pubcast, OTR podcast, comic-related podcast, and what's the other one? Dank and Chew, which they still haven't updated in a while. So I'm still waiting to hear back from Moon on what episode they're on, just so I can give some kind of update. We've also been talking... I've been talking to the guys over at the Banter podcast, just, chit-chatting and whatnot. They did give us a mention on their podcast, which is awesome. Who's bleeding? Oh, what the fuck did you do?
We should have got that all on video.
Well, you want to make $1 again?
Why?
I need ice.
That was the initial thing.
All right, so yeah, the Banter guys. Their only website I can find is banterpodcast.tumblr.com. I'm sorry it's not any easier than that. They also have a Facebook page. I'm sure you can just search Banter Podcast. They're a couple of cool guys. They talk about pretty much everything pop culture. They also have something going on called the Fat Kids Cookbook, I think, or some shit. I've been trying to catch up on their stuff on the way to work and whatnot. Go over there and check them out. I know they're not a part of the TNT podcast network, but they're still cool guys. And they're in Georgia. They're a lot closer than, UK or...
Not that we have anything wrong with the UK.
No, I love the UK guys. I love our guys. I just lost my mic on my face. I apologize. All right.
Sorry about that, everyone.
Moving on from that, and now that my slaves are back, we can go ahead and
I farted on his head.
continue.
I did.
Okay, just don't put... Yeah, you can put... What are you putting on that? Should I play anything about it? Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. I fucking hate rug burn. But I try to use my knee pads as much as possible. Anywho, we don't have any snacks here with us as far as the snack review is going. But the Banter guys were talking about Taco Bell and how their quality has been lacking lately, and I've noticed that as well myself. My favorite thing there used to be the 7-layer burrito. It's a couple bucks, and it's fucking huge and tasty. Now, not so much. It's they pretty much just stuff it full of that Cantina rice shit now. Not a fan.
They do that with all their stuff, though. I mean, you get
It is now,
the grilled
all their
stuffed
stuff.
burrito. It's the grilled stuffed with rice burrito.
Yeah, it's everything except for the grilled stuffed. I think that's one of the few that actually still tastes good, though. The grilled stuffed burrito now tastes like the 7-layer used to.
It's so horrible for you.
I know it is because it's
Well,
fucking
it's Taco Bell, so I guess it's
yeah.
pretty much anything.
They brought back the beefy crunch burrito, I believe it was.
With the Fritos?
Yes.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's a huge fan of it, but I myself, I like this. What is that? The Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing.
I haven't had that in a while.
That comes with the box, and it's $5. You got anything on that, Will, for Taco Bell?
I always like the nacho. What's called nacho deluxe thing.
Nacho Bel Grande?
Yeah.
Oh, Nacho Bel Grande. Oh, you know what's better than that though? Is the taco salad. You know the outer shell. Oh, it's so tasty. So horrible for you, but so tasty.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, it's Taco Bell. There's not a single thing there that's good for you besides water. And even then, I think that's got 100 calories.
And especially if it came from Mexico or anything like that,
Yeah.
Of course, it's not good for you.
Can't tell. Not sure if Taco Bell gave me the shits or the water gave me the shits.
So there was some pretty sad news. I guess one of the co-founders of the Oculus Rift was killed in a crosswalk.
A co-founder because they did Reddit said that he was a programmer. It wasn't really he wrote some code for it. Unless they were just
Okay,
Well,
but
unless
that's
he
still
was-
getting it
Unless he
started.
was part of the initial team that started the development of it.
Yeah, then you can still be considered a co-founder because you helped start it.
Yeah. So,
I can't
Andrew
even say his
Scott
name.
Rice.
It's Andrew Scott
Reese.
Reese.
I want to say Reese
I want to say Reese or Rice.
or Reese.
Rie. Anyways, he was killed in Santa Ana, California, when a police chase was going on. Apparently, there was
Really?
an accident. I don't know. Anyways,
You want to do that out there where people can't hear it?
the men driving a Dodge Charger collided with two cars and in the process struck Reese.
It sounded like it was a gang-related kind of issue with the police officers, and then he was crossing a crosswalk and got struck by the vehicle as it happened.
You know, that sucks. He was even using a crosswalk.
Yeah, so he was actually doing the right thing.
Yeah, we don't get that too often anymore nowadays.
No.
So the Last of Us got a single player DLC announced, and also the season pass.
I think this is the first
Detailed.
one Naughty Dog has done with the season pass, which is, I don't know, it's all multiplayer except for one. There will be one single player DLC, which I believe is the first in Naughty Dog history. They never did any for Uncharted, unfortunately, because I would have bought it in a heartbeat. But most of it's going to be multiplayer kind of stuff. I really could care less about that. I'll probably just pay the premium price for the single player DLC.
It includes day one bonuses, namely a number of in-game upgrades, and exclusive 90-minute making documentary of Grounded, because you know you're going to watch that the first day you have the game, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
They should release
Yeah.
that like before the game comes out so you can watch it.
Oh yeah. Before the game. Well, before the game would probably show off too much. So, anytime after thereafter would be great.
They realized that they did leave an Easter egg to The Last of Us in Uncharted 3.
I did see something to do with that. I don't think I put it in the stories though.
No, you didn't. I checked. There was a little newspaper that showed basically the U.S. government still trying to figure out why people are dying from plant-based diseases or something.
Mm-hmm.
Basically an allusion to The Last of Us. And they didn't realize that it was actually still in there. And they thought people were going to figure it out, but most people just kind of passed it by.
Yeah.
I never even looked at it, which is surprising because I cover every inch of these games.
Usually, yeah. Mass Effect definitely did that to me.
Mhm.
Ugh. Looks like Mirror's Edge 2 made its viewing again. I think this is like the second time it's been outed on a retailer site.
Well, here and there, they've been confirming and denying, kind of being shadowy about whether or not there's going to be a Mirror's Edge 2. A couple years ago, they stated that it was in development, but it was a very small group of people thinking that might be a follow-up to the really good iOS platformer, the Freerunner Mirror's Edge game, which
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. So people weren't really sure if it was going to be a follow-up to that. They are saying that it's potentially a next-gen title and maybe announced at E3.
That's what I was thinking. And did we ever find out if that video is true in Battlefield? You get to the top of the building, there's the shoes at the edge of the building, and you can hear her running.
I don't know if that was confirmed or not. I know we saw a video of it, and it was it looked legit, but I don't know if it was ever actually part of it.
It's still pretty cool, even if it was an Easter egg.
But yeah, this was a help page that showed up for Mirror's Edge 2. It was up for only a little bit and then got pulled really quickly. Again, it could be just a placeholder. They're just kind of putting stuff in. Doesn't mean anything whatsoever. I would love to see it because the first Mirror's Edge was fantastic to me. It was way too short though.
I would love to see it have a Portal come back.
A Portal come back? Oh yeah, just
Because
like,
Portal 1 was like, meh, it was really short, but it was still great. And then Portal 2 just kicked the living shit out of
That's
the
what I'm
first
hoping
game.
too. But I mean, if they were having just a small team work on it, I gotta imagine if it's going to be a launch title, it's not going to be anything drastic. But
Yeah.
you never know, though. I mean, that was a great game to me.
Yeah, I did love it. And it had some of that never before seen jumping over things and stuff.
Yeah, that Call of Duty is doing now. That's revolutionary.
It's revolutionary.
No, the visuals in that game, though, just the whites and the oranges and the really bright colors,
It was always-
such a
yeah.
huge difference than all the Gears of War grays and browns and just the standard stuff you get in first-person shooters now.
Yeah.
It was a complete contrast to that, and then the free running was good. The story was not great. I really couldn't care less about the story, but I mean, just the stuff that you could do was amazing, like sliding down buildings, doing the parkour stuff, awesome stuff.
Yeah. Apparently the Warzy, the World War Z game is coming, or already out, I guess, for iOS and Android. And I don't know what to think about it. Graphically, it doesn't look that great.
It's a movie tie-in. It's probably not going to be anything fantastic, and it'll probably have a lot of microtransaction-related stuff to it.
Yeah.
Strike now while the iron's hot kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a zombie game. I'm always up for zombie games. And it looks kind of cool, like, when people are looking around and stuff. It's pretty smooth. But I'm sure it's going to have, like, pop-out-in-your-face type shit that's really annoying. I don't know. I don't even know why I left this in here, but I think it's because I messed up and thought it was Warzy.
Oh, it's a first-person shooter?
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter for an Android or iOS device.
I wonder how much it is, or if it's free to play.
$4.99.
It's not bad. It means I won't have to do a bunch of microtransactions, most
Yeah.
likely.
Yep.
Did you see some of these pictures with the zombies like flying up?
This
They're pushing cars up buildings.
That's what kind of happens in the movie, and that's what kind of throws me off from wanting to go see that movie. Because I mean, it's one thing to have 28 Days Later zombies that are fast. They were the fast ones, right?
Yeah.
And what movie was it where they were like the really slow ones? Or Walking Dead even. Walking Dead zombies are generally pretty easy unless you get surrounded by them. But yeah, these guys, they're like superhero fucking zombies where they can like climb up on top of each other in stacks and whatnot and climb huge ass walls or connect themselves to a helicopter while in mid-flight and shit like that. It's
Sounds
just
like Prototype.
it's a little ridiculous, yeah. So
the reviewer of this does say that for a movie tie-in, World War Z is much better than I expected it to be. It feels like a lot like Horn in the Dark Meadow stuck in a blender with zombies. Messy but satisfying.
and it appears to be based off the Unreal Engine 3, which is always good.
Mm-hmm.
No,
silence.
they were talking about the lens flare. Sorry, I was reading about that. It was pretty funny. As they always use the right amount of lens flare. And I just see like zombies. It looks like they're just jumping off fucking buildings. Like in that lens flare picture, it just like looks like he's
I
jumping
think they're
off the
stacking
building.
on top of each other.
Oh, could be, yeah. Oh, okay. No, yeah, I see it now. Gotcha. Well, sorry for the people who are not looking at this.
Sucks to be you.
Stupid link is in my way. I apologize. Pulling up the next story already. So the Xbox One controller claims to will last 10 years.
That's not surprising to me. I've used my Xbox for probably 7 or 8 years. And
Will.
I've never had an issue with the controller.
Will, how many controllers have you been through?
5.
How many of them as a result of you throwing them or dropping them in anger?
That's what I said. They need
One.
to test that shit.
1.
Mm-hmm.
So, they've basically been using a testing unit that's, I think, still going to this day as far as hitting those pads and whatnot.
And of course, I mean that's just one controller, though. That I mean, it can be indicative of the the overall quality, but I mean, it could also just be a fluke controller that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
360
true.
controllers, the thumb pads go down too quickly.
They said they have a new material on these that supposedly does
You
not.
can buy some from eBay, but it's just
Kevlar.
I don't know. I still can't wait. I want one. The controller looks fucking amazing.
No, the triggers look funny though.
They do, because I don't think they're triggers. They look like they're sliders.
That's PS3, PS4.
I think PS4 had like
No.
didn't have actually controllers. It was just more like a sensor.
Yeah, like a touch type thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Tired to touch already. That's for one thing.
There is another Xbox 360 controller. I don't know if you saw. That's an unofficial one. I think it's called the Everlong controller. The Everlast controller is supposed to last 60 hours without charging.
Nice.
Joystick tested it out, and they said as of writing they hadn't had to change it, or they didn't have to recharge it. And if they clicked the middle button, it still had 3 bars, and it was like a week into it.
Nice.
So we could look into that too. Just kind of related controller news, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. So we have the list of big games coming to E3. Did we want to touch on any of these? Does anybody care? Any games they're looking forward to? DayZ Standalone's going to be at fucking E3. This is news to me.
What's this? I'm sorry. I'm typing back to Moon.
It's the list of the E3 games that are slated to be there.
Oh.
And DayZ Standalone is going to be there. Are you fucking kidding me? That's awesome.
DayZ is the good one. Okay.
Gotta look back. Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I'm not excited for it. I mean,
Assassin's
kinda.
Creed 4.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for that one than I was for 3.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get into 3. I mean, I'm going to play it eventually. I'll probably have to start over just so I can remember where I'm at. But Assassin's Creed 4 looks like it's something I can really sink my teeth into.
And of course, Battlefield 4 will be making a showing at E3. I've requested it off. I don't know if I'm going to get it off. But if I do, I'm sure we'll try and do a special show after that as well. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm slightly.
Arkham Origins. Sorry, I'm going to go
Oh,
back.
that's fine. That's fine.
Come on.
I'm not more. I did like the first Batman, but it feels like all of them are just the same thing. It's just like a button masher kind of game.
If I guess you say so. I don't know. I
For
had a
the
lot of fun with
playthrough,
it.
afterwards when you're like hunting down shit, it was more fun to do that than it was to fight.
I just like the storyline for this one, or the proposed storyline, and if it's anywhere near as good as the CG was for that trailer, it's going to be amazing looking.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that Ghost isn't going to make an appearance at E3.
What?
It says no. I mean,
Battlefield 4 will be there, of course. Bayonetta 2. Let's see here.
Destiny will be making an appearance. I hope we get to see all these exclusives that are supposedly coming to the Xbox One.
I'm sure we will. I mean,
Disney
these are just
Infinity.
confirmed. They probably got some stuff up their sleeve.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Online will be there. That's awesome.
Is Infamous a PS3?
It's a
Yes.
PlayStation exclusive, yeah.
Wow.
Gran Turismo 6
What's
will
the
be making
infamous
an
Second
appearance.
Son, right?
Yeah.
Two new Killzone games, but one
One for
only-
Vita, one for PS4.
Ah, gotcha. The Vita will be making an appearance, but the PS4 will not be. Interesting.
Well, we already saw a bunch
what?
of Killzone.
What?
What?
Madden's coming to PC?
What? Looks that way, and confirmed to be there. So we'll see.
Huh.
They won't be using that Ignite engine, or was the Ignite engine for that soccer game, or is it for all?
I think it's going to be all of them, but it's weird because I think I don't think it's called the Ignite engine, the one that's currently in Madden right now. So I don't know if they're just going to change it to another name.
I mean,
or what.
I wish. It's not a bad engine the one they have right now, but it's hokey.
Did you see NBA Live?
No.
Yeah, that's going to be making an appearance.
Finally, 3 years in the making.
Need for Speed Rivals, PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4,
Yeah,
Xbox
it's going to be the
360.
next gen Need for Speed,
Metal
apparently.
Gear Solid's coming to the Xbox.
It's already been on the Xbox. They had the HD remakes on there.
Quantum Break. I've heard a lot of good things about that game.
That's the one that they showed at the Xbox reveal, right?
Yes.
Oh, and Rain's going to be. Oh, Rain's not going to be there. But yeah, they did just
The
release some
Respawn
new
Entertainment
pictures.
game is also coming out. That is no name.
Well, that explains why we're not seeing Call of Duty then.
Saints Row 4.
Saints Row 4, whoop-de-fucking-do. Shadowrun Returns, no. Splinter Cell Blacklist, can't wait to see that. Definitely looking forward to that. The XCOM Declassified will not be there, unfortunately, but I am looking forward to that game.
The new Wolfenstein will be there.
Watch Dogs will be there, sweet. That was kind
And
of a
the
given, I
game
guess.
from the Watch Dogs developer will be there.
So I want to know what the Respawn Entertainment game is going to be then.
They're thinking it's going to be mech-based, like a Titan kind of game.
Yeah. I'm trying to look and see if they have anything for PC on here for Madden, but it says it's there, but I don't see any like pictures or anything. So I guess we'll have to wait until E3 to find out about that.
Shadowrun.
Yeah, Shadowrun Returns will not be there, but I am looking forward to that game.
And this is just stuff that's not been confirmed. It's not
That's true. It
necessarily that
doesn't
it's not going to be there.
right.
It just hasn't been announced yet.
Is Shadowrun going to be some sort of like arcade game, thingamajigger?
Is what?
Shadowrun going to be some sort of like arcade game?
No, it's kind of like the old game, kind of with new art and stuff.
Why don't they bring it to the Xbox or anything like that?
I don't know. I almost got it for
Android and iOS.
I almost got it for PC, but I might hold off for Android.
I'm gonna just. I think I'm gonna download. I think I'm gonna buy the Sherlock Holmes game to see what it's like.
I've heard decent things.
Decent?
And, well, mixed.
So we mentioned last week that EA was eliminating online passes from here on out. There was an update later on that actually says that they will be eliminating it throughout their catalog. So you'll be able to go to Xbox Live or whatever, download the online pass free of charge.
It still doesn't matter because you still have to. I mean,
Yes, but now you
Well,
still
now
don't.
You don't. You're paying for Xbox Live, but that's not. It's a prerequisite. That's
Yeah.
not something that's required for the developer to put their game out for free or to charge for online access. So they're revoking the need for you to pay to play
Again.
online again.
Right.
Basically,
They're removing
So-
the redundancy.
it's good for them. I know we've already mentioned that they're going to have some kind of thing built into all their future games anyway. So this is kind of their way of, I guess, saving face and doing a PR. Hey, we listen to the gamers. We're gonna, get rid of this stupid crap, but we're gonna kind of build it into our next games, kind of deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, the fact that my friend wanted to play Battlefield 3 online, but he would have had to have purchased the online pass. Now he can get the game and play it perfectly fine without having to purchase the online pass. Same with some Need for Speed games. We believe Madden. We're not 100% on that.
Yeah.
What was the other one? The Cerberus network for Mass Effect 2 is free, which gives you a bunch of DLC stuff. Gives you Zaid as well, so I'm kind of temperate about suggesting anyone download that.
Wait, there's an E3 Judges Week. What the fuck is that?
Who knows?
A Twitter user was kind of mocking Major Nelson, saying TV at E3. Larry Herb replied with, I can confirm that we will have TVs or similar on stage to show the games. That should be the extent of our TV talk in E3.
Good. Because E3 is not a game, or it's not a TV conference, it's not a sports conference, it's a game conference.
Right.
Granted, it's the electronics, expo, but yeah, I agree that they really need to focus on games. Was it Joystick, I believe, did a recent developer poll to see how they felt about the Xbox One reveal, and a lot of them were concerned, like, well, why weren't they talking about the games a lot? We saw a lot of stuff about TV, a lot of stuff about sports, all this kind of things, but not a whole lot about games. So
There's still a lot of question about the DRM stuff as well, and I'm hoping that we get some answers
I think
there.
they're going to explain some more about that at E3. I know that also Kaz Hirai from Sony also put out a tweet saying, that that they were a hardcore game development company from the ground up with the PS4. So I think this is kind of their way of pushing back against Sony and saying, we're about games too.
Yeah.
So I really look forward to E3 because if it's all about the games, that's what I'm most interested in. I mean, the Xbox to me is not a multimedia device. I play games mainly on it. So I use it for Netflix, but that's secondary.
Yeah. I watch Ray's games when they're free.
You can't watch anything like on the Rays games anywhere ever.
Even when it's free and they're not at home, and when it's free on MLB.com, you can't even watch
Yep.
it. Are you kidding me?
Yep, because we're in the home area or the home viewing audience or something.
So Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep will be arriving on June 25th.
Still a month ago.
Yeah, still a month to go. There's some new screenshots. I'll leave the link in the notes. There's not really much to go over. I think we've pretty much gone over this before. But I just wanted to give you the update. There's some new screenshots and there's a release date. Let's see
I really hope
here.
to bring the season pass on sale so you can buy that when it comes out.
So there's apparently somebody going to dig up Atari's infamous New Mexico landfill that contains copies of Pac-Man and E.T.
Lots of ET.
for the
Thousands of copies
millions
of ET.
Millions, if I read correctly. Some
Millions of copies?
3.5 million ET cartridges went unsold. Pac-Man sold, though it sold 7 million copies, had some 5 million unsold. So there's millions and millions of.
No, just the story that you put says Alamogordo City Council has granted an excavation permit for the infamous landfill said to hold thousands of copies of ET and Pac-Man for the Atari 2600.
Okay, then maybe they didn't dump them all. Maybe they took some of them and actually sold them.
That's a lot for an Atari. Millions of games? No.
Yeah.
They're only selling 1 million games of Call of Duty now, so I don't think.
But they're saying here 5 million unsold cartridges.
that seems like too many. Well, I guess that would explain why Atari went under and why everything's buried, because they had a place to put it.
So they basically dumped it into a landfill and then covered it with cement. Awesome, good times. I guess they didn't want.
I don't know. It's been an urban myth, or not even really an urban myth. I guess it's kind of a confirmed thing.
Apparently,
But I've heard about it all my life. From every couple of years, you'll hear about the Atari landfill filled with ET cartridges. It's
and
cool.
I did see a Redditor said that he used to go out there after dark as a kid and pull cartridges as well. I don't know how true that is, but
Really?
yeah,
That seems highly.
illegal,
No, it's just highly.
unlikely,
fictitious.
Unlikely.
unlikely.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
I don't know. I'm really intrigued to see what they find. I mean, granted, we know what they're going to find. I mean, it's a documented case of what was put down there, but it's the fact that it's gaming history, Something failed so miserably and took down one of the biggest companies in the existence of gaming in the early 80s and basically put them under. It's really cool to see that.
How much did they spend on that damn game?
A lot of money. They had to. I think they went bankrupt and sold their assets back then. After that whole debacle.
But if you look like how much Pac-Man still sells to this day now.
Can you imagine if somehow if Atari would have gone under, what kind of systems we'd have a three system fight maybe on our hands this time around? Think?
The Jaguar. Do you remember?
According to Moon, he says that there's a rumor that they made more cartridges than the amount of consoles that existed because they were so excited about the game.
What?
That's just dumb.
Yeah. What if it was actually a fun game to play though?
It wasn't. I've seen gameplay.
What, E.T.?
Yeah, I've heard it was either a really underappreciated game or it was the worst game you've ever played, and it's an Atari game, so my standards, I guess, are a little too high for that kind of opinion.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, it did not look that good.
I wonder if we could just get it on an emulator.
I'm sure they do.
I should probably pull it down and take a look. Legally, of course. Legally. I'll destroy the copy after 24
We'll
hours.
just go out when they're doing this and pick up our own cartridge.
There you go. I've always wanted to go.
You know how fast you're going to see shit on eBay? I want one that's half encased in carbonite. Or not
Right.
carbonite. It's not Han Solo.
Star.
Half encased in concrete, half out of concrete. You just see E.T.'s little finger pointing out.
Ouch.
Ouch.
It's
I'll
glowing.
take it. Moon says it does suck balls. So I'll take Moon's opinion over anyone else's.
That's true.
Shitty, dirty, bleeding, rancid balls. Now I want to play it.
I mentioned this earlier in the week, saying that I was going to download and try this game called Shelter. It's a survival card game. based on zombies and the zombie apocalypse. So far, the storytelling is kind of sucky, but I also haven't gotten very far into it. As a matter of fact, I think I've only been in 2 battles. It kind of reminds me of Magic meets some cheap-ass game that I've played before on Android. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of strategy to it, but I'll give it some more chances. Definitely play it on a tablet. Do not play it on a phone. It's almost impossible to play it on a small phone.
Impossible, you say?
But yeah, I mean, I'll put the link in the show notes. The show notes are going to be there, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it can be fun. I haven't gotten to the part where you get additional survivors to fight with or additional weapons or anything like that. So it's all just been, 3 guns and a bike chain.
Is there anything besides Metro Last Light been released in the past couple weeks?
Like major games?
Gunslinger.
Fuse at number 37 on the UK charts.
Yeah.
Let me see if we go to Cheap Shark and see if there's any sales going on Fuse right now.
Remember Me comes out tomorrow.
Remember me.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have a list of releases.
You should probably pull that up considering we're at the end of our stories.
Yeah, we're out of stories, so...
Cheap Shark? That's funny.
Shark Cheap.
No, Cheap Shart.
Shard. Shart. Oh, I got you. Okay, games I need to play. Gamer, da-da-da-da-da.
We could do the Telltale Games bundle.
Yeah,
Go for it. Yeah, pull it up and
All
go
right,
for it.
little PSA. If you are interested in the fantastic Telltale Games bundle that's on the Humble Indie bundle right now, you will be able to purchase for I think anything over $1. You will be able to get Sam & Max: The Devil's Playhouse, Back to the Future: The Game, Hector: Badge of Carnage, Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures. You also get the Puzzle Agent series and Poker Night at the Inventory, which we've talked about on the podcast at length. And if you pay more than the average purchase price, which at the time of this writing was $4, it's probably a little bit more now, you get The Walking Dead, and that's worth at least $10, $15 by itself. So if anyone is really interested in the Telltale games, by all means, you need to go download this Humble Indie bundle. I'm sure we can put it in the show notes afterward. I'm not sure how much time is left on it. It looks like 2 days, 16 hours, 10 minutes, and 4 seconds. So definitely go pick that up. It is a fantastic deal. Unfortunately, I've already purchased most of these games, so I'm not exactly the most likely person to go purchase it.
I'll probably buy it here eventually.
I might do it for like a small amount of money because, I mean, I do want to play some of those games, but I don't know how soon I'll be able to get around to playing them, actually. Corey was right. Remember Me is released tomorrow. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim Legendary Edition comes out tomorrow.
Time to put that on my eBay watch list.
Animal Crossing New Leaf comes out on June 9th.
Cheers.
Last of Us comes out on June 14th.
Oh, yeah.
How do we Remember Me and Last of Us? I don't get those. I get those mixed up all the time. But anyways,
It says Fuse was released in August of 2012.
No.
Fuse was May 28th. Game & Wario will be out on June 23rd. You know, we don't talk enough Nintendo around here.
It was delayed.
Yeah? No?
What? I'm sorry?
I said we don't talk a lot of Nintendo around here.
No, we don't, because there's really not a lot of Nintendo to talk about, besides Mario Kart.
Company of Heroes 2, June 25th. Deadpool, June 25th.
Ooh,
Project X Zone, June 25th. I saw something about Wolverine going to be in Deadpool.
Really?
Yeah. And Muramasa. Some other game coming out on the 25th. Some game we probably really don't care about. But anyways, that's for the month of June. I don't have any other release dates. We don't have any other stories. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about?
The only other thing I saw that is there's a report or a rumor right now, and it's a Sony rumor, so it's not Xbox One related, that Sony is going to make remote play mandatory with the PS4. So
I did see that.
Any developer making PS4 games will be mandatorily required to make their game portable to the PS Vita, so that you can play remote play from your Vita, no matter where you. I believe it's no matter where you are.
As long as it's a simplistic API that they have to use or something, I don't see that being a problem. But if it's something that they have to like spend actual extra time on, like a massive amount of extra time on, that's just fucking ridiculous. That's like saying the Wii U. Yeah, everybody that develops for us, yeah, you have to use that screen. They're not going to fucking do it. I mean, they must have simplistic APIs for these things because, I mean, as a developer, why would you want to develop for the Wii U screen, the Kinect, and the PlayStation Move? Why?
No, the with the Vita, is it running from the game, or is it's just the screen you're playing on?
Over network, I believe all the processing power is being done on
PS4.
your console, and it's streaming to. As far as I know, it's streaming to.
What if they come out with that
your Vita.
They need to come out with that for PC gaming too.
They do. It's called the Shield, the NVIDIA Shield, and it's Android based.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But that's only on your own Wi-Fi network, is it not?
Ooh, good point. But you could probably trick it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Tricky.
My Wi-Fi network is the Starbucks downstairs.
Sounds like she said my wife.
I heard my wife. But anyways, Eidos is also teasing a new Deus Ex. They said something. Somebody tweeted from Eidos Montreal.
Sound Japanese.
It said, "Are you ready for the fall?" And the fall was capitalized as such as a title. So Deus
I
Ex
still gotta play
the
the
fall.
first Deus Ex still.
I never played the first one, but I did play the second and third.
Lionhead Studios also recently put up some new forums, some Fable-related forums. So it looks like there might be a Fable 4 that's in the works that might be
People
released
hated
at
part 3
E4.
though. They said like of all the games they hated the most.
I agree, but
I didn't
mean,
like the first one at all.
Peter Molyneux is no longer with the company now, so they can probably do some good
Have
stuff.
some
without
creative
him lying
freedom.
to everyone, basically.
Yeah.
One other thing that I just noticed is apparently Call of Duty Ghosts' new engine is still iterative, is not built from scratch.
Yeah.
So
I saw
the
that.
new term carries an implied asterisk, at least according to animation lead Zach Volker. When we're talking about a new engine, we're talking about upgrading significant systems within that engine. We're not talking about throwing it all away and saying we're starting from the ground up.
Why?
I believe Battlefield did that.
Yeah.
So I guess you're already behind the curve. And they say creating a brand new from-scratch engine in Infinity Ward's production timeline would require an army of 200 engineers, according to Volker.
Get on it. Get on it.
So I'm sorry.
You can afford
Activision
that.
is fucking worth billions of dollars. You're not gonna invest into a new
They could
engine.
take a half. Because how much they sold? What, almost 11 million copies of the Modern Warfare 3, right? About 11 million copies. That's about $2 billion profit. You tell me,
yeah, they make plenty of money to build a new
$300
engine.
million and pay 200 guys to sit around and make a new one
DICE
for you?
has built a new engine on the next gen platform, and it looks fantastic. The Call of Duty engine, from what we saw, it looked okay, but I mean, this was all pre-rendered stuff, and it was all stuff from afar, basically.
There's going to have to see a big thing for me to switch from Modern Warfare over to, I mean, not Modern Warfare, but even Call of Duty over to Battlefield 4. You have to take something big for me to stay. 'Cause I think I'm through with it. I think I'm done playing
I don't
Call of
know.
Duty games.
I mean, I guess that would explain the revolutionary different things you can do, like leaping over walls and leaning
They
out.
borrowed
and
that
doing all
from
those things.
Treyarch. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Dolphin dive. It's like, I mean, I guess because people aren't spurring up, so they're going to keep buying it. But I mean,
I think that's just, it's honestly a little bit unethical for them to come out and say a brand new engine or to say a new engine. It's not a new engine, it's an upgraded version of the current engine. But of course, they didn't want to put that out there and say that that's what it was because people wouldn't be as impressed.
200 engineers. Okay.
We got to go back and watch the reveal now and see if they said brand new engine. I'm pretty sure I heard that.
Fucking crack. Why would it take 200 people for you to make one engine? Are you fucking kidding me?
Because an engine is millions and billions of lines of code.
Yeah, an engine is the
I want to know
lifeblood
how
of
many
your games.
engineers took for the what do you call it? The
Probably a good amount of people.
But Call of Duty's made almost probably double what they made over the past.
I
few
agree,
years.
and that's why I'm saying that I don't understand how they couldn't understand the expense to at least build an engine for the
Because
next gen
they
platform
would
that's
lose
going
on
to
their
last
own-
you 10
on their
years.
own bonuses. They're thinking about themselves. Like these CEOs are like, oh, wait a second,
I guess we're being a little bit too forward here because it sounds. I mean, I guess I wasn't as impressed with all the Call of Duty games recently just because they didn't look as good as I thought they would. So with them just upgrading the current engine for the next gen platforms, it very well could be significant changes. I just don't foresee it being significant enough to take on Battlefield.
Oh, but the dogs look realistic, Corey.
That's true. The dog did look
Ooh.
fantastic.
I saw a picture today where they were doing the dog training for the mocap,
Yeah.
and the background was, instead of Call of Duty, it was Duck Hunt.
That's awesome.
It was hilarious. So with that, we are out of stories. Not really out of time, but we're out of stories. So unless anybody has
Anybody in the
anything
audience
else-
want to speak up?
is there any other news that we missed that we want to talk about?
Hey, Stinger.
Try not to rape the cat back there.
He was asking for it.
He liked it. Let's see. I'm sure they could probably do that. Trying to pick up a good picture, login. Probably use a multitasking.
There's like no.
I think that's it.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it quits for tonight. I kind of figured we're gonna have a slow week until E3 comes up, and then we'll have plenty to talk about.
Well,
I'm
plus
sure.
in 2 weeks or so, we're gonna have the release of those games coming out too.
That's true.
Speaking of Vita, if anyone, sorry, let me just interrupt there
Sure.
because people are talking about the Vita, and I think someone said the 7 Vita owners. If anyone is interested in purchasing a Vita like myself, on Amazon right now you can purchase a Vita and get a free $50 gift card. I believe there's also that deal going at Best Buy and HH Gregg. I'm not 100%, but there's a couple places doing it right now. If you purchase a PSP Vita, you get a $50 gift card for free, so you can go buy another PSP Vita game, I
Is the
guess.
speech going on too long games for you?
No, I just
I'm
wanted
getting
to
played off like at the Oscars. What the
Yeah,
fuck,
that's
man?
get off the stage, man.
Cut off my mic too.
Not yet.
You son of a.
We didn't say goodnight.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this has been James saying goodnight.
This has been Will saying happy dreams.
This is Corey saying, "Good morning to all you fuckers in the UK."
Have a good night, guys.
We gotta find out plastic bag. It doesn't hurt at that. It's just it was the very first dive over there. I did over to his feet. I knew I just nailed it when I landed.
Yeah, I had us dragging you across the ground.
I don't know how I did that. I don't know how this happened. I died a year ago. No, I'm saying because there might be blood and stuff on your nails.
Oh, okay. Fuck it, unless we got an hour to hang out.
It's true. Alright. Well, we did have one other person trying to watch this. What? Are we gonna pay for this person?
Nope. We're paying them for using their services.
It's super easy there. Why do we get it? That's perfect.
Surface scratch looks like it's gonna burn. Have fun in the shower.
I farted on you when you put
Fix it,
banana
glass back
peppers in
here,
the
my legs.
Wheaties.
Sure, the heater doesn't work still, and comes in to fix it.